The storm that chose him. Mustafar River of Fire Night. The world burns. Lava roars like an ocean of fury, spitting molten plumes into the storm-choked sky. On a jagged slope of black stone lies Anakin Skywalker, what remains of him. His flesh scorched, his body severed. He claws at the rock, eyes wild with betrayal. Above him, Obi-Wan Kenobi stands silhouetted against the flame.
You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you.
Anakin's scream echoes over the roar of the volcano. The fire answers. When Obi-Wan turns away, the storm begins to build, not from Mustafar's heat, but from something beyond. Deep space. Unknown sector, same time. A ripple of light tears through hyperspace. Far from the galaxy, across the void between worlds, a hammer spins a perfect storm forged in Uru and lightning. Mjolnir. Across time, the weapon sought not purity, but purpose. Not hearts untainted, but wills unbroken. And in the ashes of a fallen hero, it found both. It senses something not light, not darkness, but resolve unbroken by defeat. A whisper rolls through the void, old as Asgard itself.
Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy.
The hammer veers sharply toward the glowing ember of Mustafar. Mustafar lava shore continuous. Anakin drags himself onto the blackened sand. His breath rattles, his heart falters. He looks up and through the flames, something falls from the heavens. A blinding streak of light, a comet of thunder. It crashes beside him, the impact shaking the world. Steam and lightning erupt together. When the smoke clears, Anakin stares. A hammer lies before him, small, simple, impossibly heavy, its head etched with runes that shimmer in the darkness. He reaches for it, and the air itself shifts. Voices, countless, ancient, whisper through the tempest. The hammer glows faintly, then brighter. Anakin's charred fingers touch the handle. The instant he grips it, the volcano explodes. The birth of the storm. Lightning crashes into the lava, freezing rivers of fire into black glass. The storm thickens, twisting like a living serpent around Anakin's broken form. Blue-white energy courses through his veins, sealing the burns, fusing flesh and bone. His scream becomes thunder. In a flash, his ruined eyes open, glowing white. Mustafar, cliffside. Minutes later, Obi-Wan's shuttle rises through the haze. He pauses, sensing something through the Force, a surge, powerful, unfamiliar.
Anakin!
Below, lightning detonates across the horizon. The entire volcano range fractures, casting pillars of smoke miles high. Something moves within the cloudburst, a silhouette, rising. Anakin stands tall, reborn. His body is whole again, wrapped in a dark tunic singed by lightning. In his hand, Mjolnir crackles, arcs of blue fire dancing along its head. He looks skyward, the storm reflecting in his eyes.
Power.
He clenches the hammer tighter.
Real power.
Coruscant, the Senate spire. Same time. Darth Sidious sits upon his throne, eyes closed in meditation. Suddenly, his expression changes confusion, then pain. A ripple through the Force, violent, cleansing, alien.
What is this?
Lightning flashes outside the windows. For a moment, he sees a vision. A man wrapped in stormlight, wielding thunder as a blade.
Skywalker, no. It cannot be.
Mustafar, lava plain, later. Anakin kneels amid the ashes. Rain begins to fall, the first rain Mustafar has ever known. He studies the hammer. Its surface hums faintly in rhythm with his heartbeat.
I was left to die. The Force abandoned me.
He lifts Mjolnir.
But the thunderstorm, it listened.
A shadow crosses the clouds, a Republic cruiser descending. From it emerges a small figure, Darth Sidious, cloaked, hood drawn against the rain.
Anakin, my boy, you live.
Anakin's grip tightens on the hammer.
You are strong. I can feel your rage, your power, with my guidance.
Lightning slashes the ground between them. Sidious halts, startled. Anakin rises, eyes glowing.
I need no master.
He raises Mjolnir. The air trembles. Sidious barely has time to react before lightning erupts from the hammer, engulfing him. The Emperor screams not from pain, but disbelief.
The power, it's not of the dark side.
Anakin hurls the hammer. It strikes Sidious square in the chest. A thunderclap swallows the world. When the light fades, there is only smoke. Anakin steps forward, retrieving Mjolnir from the ash.
The galaxy will kneel to the storm.
What if Darth Vader had Thor's hammer? Rise of the God of the Empire. Coruscant, the Senate Plaza Day. Thunderheads swirl over the Ecumenopolis. Lightning splits the sky in columns of white-blue light. Crowds gather, fearful, staring upward as a single star destroyer descends into the atmosphere. An audacious act, forbidden even to the Emperor. It lands on the steps of the Senate. Hatches open, troopers pour out, and then he appears. Anakin Skywalker, cloaked in black, strides through the smoke, his body whole, his eyes glowing faintly with electric fire. Mjolnir hangs at his side, humming softly. The tempest quiets when he walks. Months after Mustafar, whispers spread across the galaxy of a fallen Jedi who rose again not through machines nor mercy, but through lightning itself. Coruscant Senate Chamber. The senators murmur in disbelief as Anakin approaches the Chancellor's podium, once Palpatine's throne of lies.
Where is the Emperor?
Anakin lifts his hand. Mjolnir spins in his grasp, a flash of blue, a crack of thunder. A charred cloak materializes on the Senate floor, all that remains of Sidious. Gasps fill the chamber.
The Emperor was weak. He hid behind shadows and sorcery. I bring clarity. I bring the deluge.
He raises Mjolnir lightning forks across the ceiling, forming the Imperial sigil, glowing electric blue.
There will be no Senate, no deception, only order.
The Storm Empire rises. Coruscant's skyline bathed in permanent stormlight, clouds carved into spiraling thunder patterns. Imperial fleets refitted with lightning reactive cores, powered by Anakin's energy through Force Tech fusion. Jedi survivors hunted across the stars by stormtroopers, literally wielding lightning-charged spears. Statues of the new Emperor Anakin Stormborn, god of the Empire erected across conquered worlds. The Sith ruled by fear, the Jedi ruled by faith. But under Anakin, under the Storm Emperor, the galaxy bent to awe. Imperial Palace Throne Room. The throne is not dark iron, but glowing energy, arcs of lightning cascading behind it like angelic wings. Anakin sits motionless, Mjolnir resting beside him. Before him kneels Tarkin, scarred and visibly shaken.
My lord, the Tempest projects beyond your control. Entire sectors suffer power surges. The people
live, the strong endure, the weak are cleansed.
and the Jedi,
They will kneel or vanish.
Dagobah Night. A small hut, flickering firelight. Yoda sits cross-legged, eyes closed, feeling the tremor in the Force.
Clouded, the galaxy has become no longer dark nor light. Storm and silence it is.
He opens his eyes sorrowful.
Skywalker, chosen not by force, but by storm.
Lightning flashes beyond the swamp, a decade under the lightning crown. Years blur together under a sky that never clears. Crops grow beneath electric clouds. People whisper prayers to the Emperor of Tempests. Planets fall quiet, some from peace, others from exhaustion. Children born since Mustafar have never seen a calm sky. 10 years since thunder found flesh. 10 years since a man became myth, and the galaxy learned to live beneath his weather. Imperial Palace, Private Chamber Night. Anakin reviews ancient Republic archives. Holographic data streams across the room, birth records, war files, names long thought erased. He freezes on a single image, a newborn wrapped in white linen, Padme's signature on the medical log.
There was another.
He closes his eyes, and for an instant, the thunder outside stills as if the galaxy itself listens. Imperial Archives, secret level. A cloaked woman moves through the shadows, Padme's daughter, Leia Organa. She steals data chips, hollows, schematics of the Storm Empire's reactors.
You shouldn't be here.
Leia freezes. A red armored storm guard steps forward, face hidden. She ignites a lightsaber blue, faintly crackling with electric filaments. The guard removes his helmet, revealing a young man with dark hair and steady eyes.
I know who you are. You're the spark that can stop him.
You're his son.
And you're his storm.
They exchange a look, destiny forged in lightning. If you've ever wondered what your own lightsaber would look like, the hilt that fits your hand, the color that fits your soul, you can build one for yourself. Check out the sabers linked below, the same kind of craftsmanship that could make even a Skywalker pause mid-duel. Because in every galaxy, light isn't given, it's chosen. Imperial Palace Observation Deck. Anakin stands alone, watching the storm swirl around Coruscant. For the first time, he looks uncertain. The hammer hums not with thunder, but with a whisper.
You were chosen to protect, not to conquer.
I protect order.
Order built on fear is chaos wearing a crown.
The lightning outside flickers for a moment, revealing his reflection as Anakin Skywalker, not the Emperor. He crushes the thought, and the window shatters outward in a burst of stormlight. Space, the outer rim, rebel transmissions scatter across encrypted channels. A hologram of Leia flickers to life.
To anyone who can hear this, the Emperor is not a man. He's a god, and gods can bleed.
She raises her weapon, a saber forged from Kyber and Uru alloy, glowing blue and gold.
The storm has ruled long enough. It's time to bring the sun back.
Imperial Palace War Room. Anakin listens in silence as the intercepted broadcast plays. Mjolnir vibrates faintly, sensing its kinship to Leia's weapon.
The storm begets rebellion. Perhaps it must.
He grips the hammer tighter. Outside, thunder roars, not in anger this time, but almost like a question. Coruscant storm sky. The lightning forms a face Odin's, massive and distant, like a ghost across dimensions.
Even gods must learn humility, my son.
I am no god. I am vengeance.
The face fades. The sky falls silent. The Age of Thunder. The Storm Empire stands unchallenged, until a rebellion forged of light and lightning rises to face the god it created. Coruscant Night. Lightning has become permanent. Bolts crawl across the skyline like veins through glass. The clouds never clear. Hollow banners proclaim, "Long live the Emperor of Storms." A decade passed beneath unending thunder. The Empire did not fall. It evolved its ruler, neither man nor Sith, but a storm given form. The Imperial Palace Throne of Lightning. Anakin sits upon a seat of crackling energy. His armor has changed again. Black plate traced with silver conduits that pulse when he breathes. Mjolnir rests on the dais beside him, quiet, but alive. A pair of governors kneel.
The Outer Rim offers tribute, my lord. Crops, crystals, and...
A sudden boom. Static dances across the floor.
Enough tribute. Bring order.
Rax bows and backs away. As the doors close, lightning flickers across Anakin's eyes, fatigue behind the power. The Storm Empire. Gigantic storm reactors ring Coruscant, channeling lightning into energy that fuels entire sectors. Star destroyers slice through nebulae, leaving trails of plasma. Citizens pray during thunderclaps, believing each one carries the Emperor's attention. A small symbol appears on walls across conquered worlds. A rising sun breaking through clouds. The rebellion's mark. Order bred worship, and worship bred resistance. In every lightning strike, someone heard the promise of dawn. Yavin 4, rebel temple ruins. Tropical rain batters ancient stone. Inside, Leia Organa addresses a crowd of fighters.
We can't fight a god with blasters, but we can remind the galaxy he was once a man.
She ignites her weapon, a saber whose blade shines blue shot with gold sparks.
Uru alloy, a fragment from the hammer itself. If it chose him once, it can choose again.
Applause breaks through thunder. Yavin 4 rebel temple ruins. Leia finishes speaking to the fighters. The crowd disperses, leaving her alone amid flickering torches and rolling thunder outside. She grips her saber, the Uru-Kyber hybrid. And for a moment, the hum steadies into a heartbeat. A faint whisper echoes through the Force.
You're not alone.
Leia stiffens, looking around the empty hall.
Who's there?
No answer. Only the rain tapping the stone. Yet something within her eases the certainty that someone out there feels the same pull. Though light years apart, the children of Skywalker began to remember what the Force never forgot. Jedi Refuge Dagobah Swamp. Luke Skywalker trains beneath Yoda's ghostly guidance. Each swing of his blade summons small arcs of white lightning that vanish in the rain.
Fear not the storm, young Skywalker. Become its calm.
He's too powerful.
Power is wind. Direction is choice. Guide it or be carried away.
Luke closes his eyes. Thunder quiets. Imperial Palace observation deck. Anakin stands at the window, Mjolnir hovering beside him like a loyal hawk. It hums uneasily.
You rule the stars, yet they darken. Why?
Peace requires control.
Peace requires mercy.
Anakin's hand tightens. For a heartbeat, his reflection shifts. Anakin's face, tired, older. He turns away. The hammer falls silent. Rebel flagship war room. Leia and Luke stand before a holomap of Coruscant.
If we overload his storm reactors, the lightning field collapses. He'll be exposed.
He won't fall easily. He still believes he's saving them.
Then we'll save him from himself.
Space, the Coruscant system. Rebel cruisers emerge from hyperspace. Dozens, then hundreds. Ion storms flash as the final assault begins. The storm that brought order now faced its reflection. The storm that sought freedom. Imperial Palace throne room. Sirens blare. Officers rush in.
Rebel fleet inbound. They've breached the outer ring.
Anakin rises. The room glows white as he summons Mjolnir to his hand.
Then let them witness divinity.
Low orbit. The Battle of Coruscant. Lightning arcs from Anakin's palace into orbit, turning the atmosphere into a weapon. Rebel ships twist, shields bursting under sheer electrical force. Among them, Luke's X-Wing dives through the storm, its hull sparking. He whispers under his breath.
Guide me, Father.
He ejects mid-dive, falling through clouds toward the palace in a halo of plasma. Imperial Palace throne room. Anakin turns as a figure crashes through the roof in a burst of light. Luke rises from the debris, saber ignited.
The galaxy doesn't need a god. It needs its father back.
Anakin Skywalker is dead.
Then I'll remind you who he was.
They clash blue-gold lightning against pure white fury. Each strike shatters stone. Each parry splits the clouds outside. Mjolnir hums between them, torn, its magic recognizing both. Coruscant sky. The storm above shifts from gray to violet, torn between two wills. Bolts scatter across the planet, illuminating the battle below. Thunder met thunder, and the Force held its breath. Throne room. Luke is knocked to one knee. Anakin raises the hammer for the final blow and stops. The blade of Luke's saber reflects his own face, scarred but human.
Choose bearer, tyrant or guardian.
Anakin hesitates. Lightning falters. In that moment, the shadows ripple. A new presence enters. The air itself darkens.
You were never worthy.
From the torn sky descends Darth Sidious, reborn as a being of pure black lightning. The storm of the Sith. Leia's fleet breaks through the clouds above as Sidious lands, power radiating like a wound in the Force.
Did you think the dark side would yield to your thunder, my apprentice? It learned to become it.
Anakin turns, the storm around him trembling.
Then the galaxy will witness its last storm.
He lifts Mjolnir once more as Luke and Leia stand beside him, sabers ready. Lightning and darkness converge. Twilight of the gods. Coruscant, upper atmosphere night. The sky churns like an ocean inverted. Lightning fire webs through the clouds as rebel cruisers and imperial dreadnoughts trade incandescent volleys. The battle for the throne of lightning has begun. The heavens had become the battlefield. Where once the Force divided light and dark, now thunder itself chose sides. Imperial Palace Hall of Energy. Anakin strides through corridors alive with static. Arcs of voltage crawl across the marble walls. Each step echoes like distant thunder. Luke and Leia stand at the far end, blades ignited. Their auras reflected in the blue-white glow of the hammer that floats beside him.
He's not just our enemy, Luke. He's our blood.
Then maybe family can end what family began.
This ends tonight, Father.
You mistake the dusk for dawn.
The hammer leaps to his hand. The air buckles. Sky, above Coruscant. Rebel and Imperial ships collide in spirals of flame. The clouds themselves shimmer with Force energy. Sidious's revenant. Black lightning shaped like a man descends through the gale, trailing a cloak of ash and plasma.
Did you think to master the Tempest, my apprentice? I am the Tempest.
A single gesture from him shatters a cruiser into molten shards. Imperial Palace throne chamber. The ceiling disintegrates as Sidious crashes through, his voice echoing like 1,000 storms. Anakin hurls Mjolnir. It meets Sidious's lightning midair. Two forces collide, birthing a sphere of pure energy that swallows the chamber in white light. For a heartbeat, time halts. Then the hammer returns to Anakin's grasp, humming in defiance.
You wield a toy of gods who no longer exist.
Then I'll make them remember why they feared men.
They clash dark energy against celestial current. Every impact ripples through the city, blowing out power grids and shattering Durasteel towers. Palace upper balcony. Luke and Leia are thrown back by the shockwave. Smoke and static sting their faces.
He'll kill everything.
Unless we reach the hammer. It chose him once it can choose again.
They sprint toward the dais as lightning lashes around them. Throne chamber. Sidious presses his advantage. His form expands, a vortex of shadow and voltage.
You were never worthy, Skywalker. Power without submission is chaos.
He drives a lance of dark energy into Anakin's chest. Circuits flare, armor fractures. Anakin drops to one knee. Mjolnir clatters across the floor, spinning toward Luke. Luke seizes it, immediately engulfed in searing light. The hammer tests him. Visions flash. Dagobah. Bespin. His father's fall. His own fear. He doesn't reject them. He accepts them. The weapon glows brighter.
Worthiness is not purity. It is persistence.
Luke rises, eyes alight with silver fire.
No.
Anakin lifts his head, seeing his son wreathed in thunderlight, the same radiance that once saved him.
My son, you are the balance.
Sky over Coruscant. The battle freezes as a column of blinding energy erupts from the palace, piercing the cloud cover and splitting the night in half. For the first time in 1,000 years, thunder served mercy. Throne chamber. Moments later, Luke and Anakin stand side by side. Mjolnir floats between them, its runes shifting like living script. Sidious reforms, desperate, his body a shadow flickering between realities.
You cannot destroy the dark side. It is the storm eternal.
Then we end the eternity.
He places his hand atop Luke's on the hammer. Together they swing. A tidal wave of light explodes outward, no sound, only the feeling of release. Sidious disintegrates into vapor. The thunderfront breaks. Coruscant dawn. Rain falls for the first time in decades. Not ash, but clean water. The endless tempest dissipates, leaving a golden sunrise over the cityscape. Rebel ships hover silently, their crews watching as the black clouds peel away. Throne chamber ruins. Anakin lies amid shattered stone. His armor smolders. Mjolnir rests beside him, cracks of light racing across its surface. Luke kneels, frantic.
Stay with me, Father.
The thunder served its purpose. The galaxy breathes again.
Leia enters, lowering her weapon.
And you, Anakin?
He looks at both of them, smiles faintly.
You bring the calm after the tempest.
The hammer dims. He closes his eyes, space above Coruscant. Mjolnir drifts from the shattered palace, spinning upward through the clearing atmosphere, trailing soft blue fire until it vanishes among the stars. And so ended the reign of lightning, not in conquest, but in quiet. The Stormbreaker, space deep, orbit above Coruscant. The clouds are gone. The planet glows blue and gold beneath a clear horizon. Wreckage drifts in silent orbit, illuminated by the newborn sun. When the thunder faded, the galaxy exhaled. For the first time in a generation, silence meant peace, not fear. Imperial Palace ruins. Luke and Leia walk through the blackened hall where the throne once pulsed with lightning fire. Wind whistles through shattered arches. The air smells of rain instead of ozone.
It feels smaller now.
Because it's ours again.
They stop before a single scorch mark burned deep into the floor, the outline where Anakin Skywalker fell.
What will we tell them?
That he was the storm that learned to rest.
Coruscant, the Grand Plaza. Citizens gather as emergency beacons transform into beacons of hope. The rebellion's sun crest banner rises above the skyline, light shimmering across towers still wet from rain. Leia addresses the crowd from a broken podium, her voice carried by the Force itself.
The age of thunder is over. The galaxy will no longer bow to fear, nor to gods. From this day forward, we rebuild under clear skies.
Cheers swell like surf against stone. Jedi Temple ruins later. Luke kneels where the old archives once stood. The wind sighs through empty colonnades. He sets a shard of Mjolnir, a fragment recovered from the palace, atop the ancient altar. Blue light pulses once, then fades to silver.
You were never meant to be a weapon. May the Force remember you as a teacher.
He rises, leaving the fragment glowing faintly in the dark. Space, near a dying star. The rest of the hammer drifts through the void. Gravity pulls it toward a crimson giant. As it falls, lightning flickers along its surface, one last heartbeat. The weapon of a god, the will of a man. Both spent, both at peace. The hammer strikes the star's surface and sinks into fire. For a moment, the sun flares brilliant white, then stabilizes. Brighter than before. Jedi Academy years later. Children trained beneath a transparent dome open to the sky. No clouds, only a wide blue expanse. A girl about 12 years old raises her hand. Static crackles between her fingers.
Control it, Lyra. Feel, don't force.
She grins, channels the spark into her palm, and forms a tiny sphere of light.
Good. The galaxy doesn't need gods. It needs balance.
Rural planet sunset. On a quiet world of fields and windmills, a farmer's son trudges home through tall grass. Thunder rumbles in the distance, not menacing, just alive. Lightning flashes on the horizon, revealing something half buried in the soil, a small metal head, scorched and engraved with forgotten runes. The boy tilts his head, curious, and reaches out. A faint hum answers him. What if Darth Vader had Thor's hammer? So what I told you was true, from a certain point of view.